When you see that field of blue, you know it can be only one place in the world. Boise, Idaho, on the campus of Boise State and home to the fabled giant killers, the Boise State Broncos. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on another team from the Big 12, the Boise State Broncos. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Line gets set, first down. Back to throw, it's Laporta. Quick completion on the out route. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here to make sure mentally your mind is right starting the season off today.
Yeah, I mean, to make your dreams come true, it starts one game at a time, the old cliche. But the Big 12, year in and year out, so many different teams that can beat you, so many different teams that can put points up on the scoreboard. Got to start fast in Big 12 play.
Snap it to the back. Tackled after picking up the first down.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Got the first down and more. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Direct snap. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. The Broncos racing to the line in the hurry-up. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Shotgun snap on third down. He's got him along the sidelines, and the foot is clearly down for the catch, and they'll move the chains. And the Broncos will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll go with a direct snap. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Laporta. Heaves it deep. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Looking for a productive play on first down. Running back searching for a hole. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. 4th down, looking to pass. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
How do you not love the guts of this offense? 4th down, it's just another down, and what do? Stay aggressive, throw the football down the field, make the big play, get the big touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Boise State ready to send out that offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this way.
Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the 1st down, and that's all that matters.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Broncos will hustle to the line.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Oh, it's out. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing, big turnover forced by the defense.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. On the move is the 30. Oh, look out! He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
Man, this is a guy who just seems to get better as the game goes on. What a run getting his offense down close to the goal line.
So nice creating explosive runs in the run game. Now you're getting in the red, inside the 5. Go punch this in and get a touchdown. And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. How about this defense digging in its heels after the big play? It's now 3rd and goal. Feeling some heat. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Well, on 3rd and short in field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. It is so hard to stop a drive when you force a field goal. Force the field goal. Don't give them another 1st down. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Number 13 in the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Top 15 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and it's now a final. Alabama was able to come away with the victory, but it was not the type of dominant win we've seen over the years. Roll Tide, sure, but this one lacked any real style points. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Keeps looking downfield, and he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And now on second down for this offense. Here we go. Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of a spot.
The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. Well, this head coach is clearly sending a message. He clearly doesn't believe in punting, going for it this close to his own end zone. On fourth down, going to the air. Fires and picked off. Touchdown, Irish! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
Number 21.
No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking fourth down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. You throw a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown and get points. That is a disaster for this offense.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be dragged down.
And your Boise State Broncos will take over 1st and 10.
Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement. And the ball's free in the backfield. Oh, looks as if the defense got it.
You love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. Using the quick game. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Notre Dame 21, Boise State 0.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
28, Boise State 0.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to...
Oh, the ball squirts out. Scoops it up, still a live ball. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Looking downfield, it's Laporta. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. All kinds of running room. The 30. He's at the 10. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
Snags it over the middle. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Working that left side now. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
The play action fake. And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, 1st down.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Wide receiver coming across in motion. From the shotgun, the inside give. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Nice run there on 1st down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Off the play fake. Fires to the middle. Tight end getting vertical. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. If he can keep putting together games like this, he might have a shot at Brady Quinn's career touchdown record of 95. All the great quarterbacks the Irish have had, guys like Joe Theismann, John Hewitt, nobody's even close to that.
Yeah, and that's crazy to think about being in that kind of a company. And Notre Dame's always been a good running team. And when they find quarterbacks and have great quarterback play, then I think they start to take off to that next level. And so far, he's showing that here today.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Boise State ready to send out that offense. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
Despite failing earlier on fourth down, they will try again here. Motion from the offense. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's fourth and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
42 Spider. It's a reverse. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. The give to the tailback. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? The corners are walked up tight. Pushes ahead. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Notre Dame right back to the line. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. Slams ahead. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. First and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. They want to get this defense on its heels. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Dropping back, it's Laporta. Turns it loose. On target over the middle. He's off to the races. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. USC answered the bell away from the Coliseum today with an impressive victory. The Trojans knew the challenges awaiting them, and they met them head-on. Generally the mark of a really good team. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Reels it in down the left side. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. A lot of urgency for this offense.
Good enough for a first down.
We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Boise State.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. Touchdown, Irish! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. Just when you think it's automatic, it's not. Extra point, no good. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Looking to pass. It's Laporta. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
That's a great job executing up front by the defense. They looked like they were ready for that play, and that was a bit of a more unconventional look from the offense on 3rd down, but the defense was there to make a big stop.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking to the big tight end. Finds his man and they convert. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Broncos will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Newton. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here come the Irish, back on offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Finds his man, it's Davis.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route running. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Try and play action. Throwing right. Got a wide open receiver. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. He wants to throw. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And this offense has done such a good job protecting their dude at quarterback, but the defense finally gets home. Listen, that's their third sack in 2 weeks. They got to do a better job applying pressure on the quarterback.
Coming after him. The short hands, it's Davis. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
And get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
They'll snap it from the 48 on third and short. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They'll snap it from the 48 on third and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Finds a spot in the middle. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be a great unit defensively, you've got to be good on third down and in the red zone. And for this defense giving up a third down like that, that is just a gut punch.
They'll throw it on first down. Got his man quickly. Just discarding tacklers, punching and grinding his way to the 23. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. He'll just keep slinging it. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the stomping has commenced. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. They move the tight end all over. Trying to bully their way in. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead.
And makes the score. Notre Dame 49, Boise State 14.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Take this one away.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
First and 10.
The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. To the air on first down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love to throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Quarterback checking off. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
A touchdown, Fighting Irish! And the beatdown has ensued. If this dude were a kid... You would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Utah is putting on a show offensively. They've built up a comfortable lead against an opponent that's really been outmanned. They're up by 20 over Arizona. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They go to the ground. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. The Broncos headed quickly to the line. The give to the back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Looking for room. It's McCluster. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Going for it on 4th down must be part of their philosophy. Just 1 for 3 so far in this one. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Touchdown, Irish! And the punishment has been extended.
How about the day for this young fella? That's a 4-game stretch. Nope, 4 touchdowns in 1 game. He has been the focal point of this offense, and he has not disappointed.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that replay scoring drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Boise State ready to send out that offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He's got his man. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Broncos are in the hurry-up. From the gun, running back on the move. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Back to pass, it's Laporta. Fires to the big fella. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. The Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
On second down, he'll fire. Bought a little time, lets it go. It's complete on the right side. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
And the Broncos are flying down the field. Looking to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's McCluster. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They get to the line quickly.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the third. Defense coming through and knocking him down for a loss, and that'll be the end of the third period.
Notre Dame, 63. Boise State, 14.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Firing to the right, complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
This feels like 4-down territory, third and short from the 40. Can anyone catch him? He's at the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Boise State.
Hey, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
63. Boise State, 21.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25.
Offense will take over. First and 10.
Here come the Irish back on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
You know, as a coach, you have to love the progression your quarterback has made. After that nightmare of a performance a week ago, throwing 3 picks, he was able to put it behind him. He looks like a totally different player this week.
Notre Dame right back to the line.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ball game with a lead and I can continue to run the football and they have no answers, well, then I'm going to walk away with a win. So listen, I wouldn't change a thing. I'd keep pounding the football, keep running the clock.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
Wants to throw on second down. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Offense gets set for second down.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
On second down, just keeps firing. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
He's moving out of the pocket. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Let's see what they dial up on this 4th down. Remember, they're 1 for 2 so far in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're pulling this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. If backups are on the field, they get an opportunity to run your playbook, so let him do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop it. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. I got to be honest, I like it.
You know, you start day 1 of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need it.
Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. The Broncos moving quickly to the line. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Pulls it in. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They've gotten this drive going, a couple of first downs already. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Looking for a man. It's Laporta. Here's a throw downfield late. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
Trying to find his man on first down. Gets it out quickly. Still running at the 40. Oh, he left him grabbing. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the pummeling has started. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Rutgers is currently ahead in this one. The folks in Piscataway have been in a frenzy all week, but they're in the first place of college football. This one is close. They're up by 4 over the Coyotes. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to.
And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Got his man on the right. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. It's really not hard to find the difference between this game and the loss last week. Turned it over 3 times a week ago, none today.
And just a great response. Last week, you know, you're probably the reason you lost, and you didn't take care of the football.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And all the hard work and commitment pays off, getting their first win of the season. Really impressed how they came out. After starting the season 0-2, they knew this was going to be a physical game, and they came ready to go on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's no...
He's looking deep. And he's thrown another interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
He's got it. Hit the afterburners, kid. Inside the 10. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And the extra point splits the uprights.
Boise State, 21.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
To advance on the football.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
They'll give it to the back. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. On the ground, it's McCluster. Tackle is made after the first down. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. And the Broncos have it with a 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Here's the handoff. And he'll be brought down. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. They'll try to power their way ahead. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, Dave Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.